Welcome back. I'm Coach Brian with Cause Events, and this is Coach's Corner, your guide through the wild world of triathlon training. And for today, I want to talk to you about a piece of gear that can make or break your swim leg. The swim goggle, the lowly little swim goggle. In particular, we're going to discuss this, the Aquasphere Kayenne swim goggle. Now, I've been blessed enough to be given several different types of swim goggles. I've used many types over the years. And what I've primarily used is the eye cup, similar to this. You can take a look. It just goes over the eye, rests in the eye socket, and it's a very good swim goggle. It's what most competition swimmers wear. However, in triathlon training or in triathlon, there's a lot of other types of goggles, and that's what I want to discuss, because we're going to go over a series of different types of swim goggles, and today we're doing Aquasphere Kayenne. So this is a swim goggle, and I'm going to have some slides come across the screen for you, and you're going to be able to see some of the specs and stuff. This is what I consider a flange type swim goggle, where you have the seal so far out here away from the main body of the swim goggle, unlike the eye cup where that seal is right on the swim goggle. And again, that sits inside your eye socket. This sits around your eye socket. So if you're a novice dipping your toes into open water swim, or the intermediate athlete chasing that sub-hour half Ironman split in the swim, choosing the right swim goggle isn't just about losing them in mid-race. It's about seeing clearly, staying comfortable, and avoiding those dreaded leaks that turn a confident swim stroke into a panic paddle. The Kayenne goggles are a triathlon favorite. I've used these. I use these in my last triathlon. They're designed with oversized lenses for that panoramic view you'll need for sighting buoys in choppy lakes or the bay, or sighting the finish in the sprint try. But like any gear, they have their strengths and quirks. Over the next few minutes, I'll break down the pros and cons based on real life feedback and some of my own coaching experience. By the end, you'll know if these are right for your next swim essential. So let's dive in, the pro section. First up, let's face it, these goggles shine, I'm taking some of this from their own literature. They shine brighter than mirrored lenses on a sunny day. According to my experience and Aquasphere's documentation, it's that unbeatable visibility, and there is good visibility coming from these goggles. The field of view it boasts in peripheral vision is up to 32% more downward spotting and 8% more lateral, to keep your tabs on your competitors without turning your head. As a novice, this means the guesswork in open water. You can navigate the waves and packs without the disorientation that comes from tiny racing lenses. Intermediate, you'll love how it helps you maintain your line during sighting drills, shaving seconds off your time. I've had athletes tell me it feels like swimming with your eyes wide open. And it really does. They're very easy to view through. But a lot of it depends on how murky the water is, obviously. Tied right into is the hydrodynamics. The low-profile mirror frame, microframe, cuts through the water like a knife, reducing drag so you'll glide smoother and faster. It's not like bulky dive mask, but spacious enough for comfort. Perfect for those 1.2-mile half Ironman swims where every bit of efficiency counts. The stabilizing biomaterial, that's this stuff here, in the nose bridge snaps into place for a custom fit. And the soft trowel silicone, that's around the seal, seals the leak free without pinching your skin. No more adjusting mid-swim or dealing with water seeping in during a rough start. In my last race, the Mission Bay Triathlon, they felt and remain secure even during the washing machine part of the start of the wave. And if you've ever been starting in a run-in triathlon, it's just like a big washing machine. You're getting hit, you're getting kicked, but they stayed safe and secure and comfortable. Where was I? Comfort is another huge win. The wide adjustable silicone strap with one-touch buckles lets you tweak and fit on the fly, even with wetsuit sleeves bunched up. And the Plexisol lens come in tints like smoke, blue, or polarized options to cut the glare in bright conditions, reducing eye strain in long training days. Polarized versions are a game changer for outdoor sessions. They make the water sparkle and less and your focus sharper. I really did enjoy these in training swims and in the race. These hold up. The seals stay supple over months of use, and athletes report pairs lasting for up to 3 years without fogging or cracking. For intermediates pushing volume, that's fewer replacements, more budgets for gels or other things you're going to need. We know the goggles can be expensive. It's easy to spend a lot of money on goggles, and you want ones that are going to hold up and last for a long time. They're an accessible upgrade from basic Speedos or TYRs. Great value for building confidence in your swim. In short, if visibility and comfort are your swim superpowers, the Kayenne delivers. Now, like I said, some of this is some of their own documentation. Now, the cons section. No gear is perfect, and the Kayenne has a few cons worth noting, especially if you're honing your fit or sticking to lap pools. The biggest gripe, sizing and seal issues. It goes without saying on almost any goggle. That oversized design, while awesome for vision, can feel bulky or clunky on narrow faces, leading to leaks if the seal doesn't hug just right. Novices with high cheekbones struggle. Water sneaks in during flips or rough water, turning fun session into frustrating. It's hit or miss. Pro tip: try them on in the store or use the return policy. Fit is king in tri-gear, and that's true. If you can get to a specific swim store where they may have different kinds of goggles, that's a great way. Also, going to your local tri club or like when people come to my events, I usually have several pair of goggles. I'm always loaning goggles out. I've got a lost and found. I've got, after a while, if nobody claims them, the goggles that I find go into lost and found, and people are free to use whatever goggles they may like out of that, and I only ask that they return them in the end, or if I have multiples, I may just give them a pair. Durability on the seals is another watch out. While many pairs last years, some users report gasket softening, leaking just after a few months of heavy pool use, especially in chlorine exposure. For intermediates logging 10,000 yards a week, that's an extra cost. And while they're open water stars, in tight lap sessions, the wider profile might bump into the wall or feel less streamlined than sleeker racers like TYR Tracers, Blackhawks, or Speedo Vanquisher 2s. Fogging can creep in too, despite anti-fog coatings. Spit and rinse help, but it's not foolproof. I do have a anti-fog product that I make. It's basically 80% water, 20% Johnson's baby shampoo. Does the trick. You can go as low as 90-10 as a ratio, and it will still work fantastic. Conclusion. So wrapping this up, the Aquasphere Kayenne goggles are a solid pick for the novice and intermediate triathletes craving that wider open view and leak-resistant comfort in open water. The pros: visibility, hydrodynamics, and fit outweigh the cons like potential leaks and bulk for most racers. They're not invincible, but they're a good fit test. They'll boost your confidence from the first buoy to T1. Of course, care is important as well. Rinsing your goggles after swims is paramount, and never touching the insides of the lenses without proper cleaning will avoid scratching the lenses. Also, never leave them in a hot car for extended periods of time. It may break down the seal material or warp it, and that's what you want to avoid. So at the end of the day, bring your gear inside, clean it, dry it, store it properly. I do like these, and rarely have I liked a flange style seal, usually preferring the I-cup style. These have changed my mind on this style. Now, I've had several flange styles that leaked consistently. This is the first pair, and I'd given up on the flange style, but I'm back. I usually use TYR Blackhawks are my go-to, or Vanquisher 2s by Speedo, but these have changed my outlook on it. If you're questioning, grab up a pair and test them on a practice one. Questions, hit me up after this. Let's make your next try the best yet. Thanks for listening, and remember, in triathlon, it's not just about speed, it's about seeing the finish line as clear as day. Swim strong. Now remember, like this video, it helps the algorithm push it to others who are looking for this style of content. Subscribe, so you stay up to date on new content. And finally, comment. I would really like to hear from you on your opinion, suggestions on other subjects I can cover. Thank you. And we'll see you here next time.